Everyone's got an opinion on white rice. It's either the hero or the villain. The internet can't decide. Half of them swear it's the reason people in Asia live forever, and the other half act like one bowl will send you straight to the ER. But here's the truth. Most people talking about it haven't actually lived on it like I have. I've been eating white rice every single day for months now. Not as a side dish, not as a cheat meal, it's the foundation of my diet. Literal cups of it, multiple times a day. And yet, I'm still losing weight. Almost 30 pounds down now in about 10 weeks. My digestion's solid, my energy's up, and I don't walk around hungry anymore. This is what my rice diet results actually look like. Steady, sustainable fat loss. So either I'm breaking the laws of nutrition, or maybe white rice isn't the problem. For most of my adult life, I believed it was the problem. I bought into the typical online fear. It turns into sugar, it spikes your insulin, it's empty calories. So I cut it out completely for over a decade. Keto, carnivore, paleo, you name it. I lived on meat, eggs and butter, convinced that was the only way to eat to stay lean and healthy. And at first, yeah, you lose weight, you drop water, you feel tight, but then the fatigue sets in, the cravings hit, the irritability, the sleep issues, the brain fog. It all starts piling up. That's when I realised something that changed everything. The rice wasn't the problem, it was everything that I was eating with it. The oils, the fats, the processed foods. You know, I wasn't tired from carbs, I was tired from confusion. People talk about white rice like it's this ticking time bomb. Meanwhile, 90-year-olds in Okinawa are thriving on it, walking to the market every morning, still strong, still smiling. Apparently nobody told their bodies it's supposed to freak out. That's what made me stop and think. Maybe it's not the rice. Maybe it's about the context. When I switched to a high-carb, low-fat diet, mostly rice, fruit and vegetables, everything changed. My blood sugar stabilised, my energy became steady again instead of crashing halfway through the day. My digestion improved and I started dropping fat again without starving myself. You know, these high-carb, low-fat results made me realise the rice diet actually works when you keep fat low. The real problem was the oil. Keep your fat intake low and you can eat white rice all day long. That's literally how my fat loss finally turned around. Now I know what some people will say, but brown rice is better, it's more nutritious. Sure, technically it's got a bit more fibre, B vitamins and a few extra minerals, but if you're not going to stick with it, then who cares? I'd rather eat white basmati rice every day and be consistent than force down something that I don't enjoy for a week and then quit. Consistency beats nutrition trivia every single time. People love to overcomplicate this stuff. One week they're telling you to eat clean, the next they're saying to go primal. Then it's all about metabolic flexibility and suddenly carbs are back on the menu. It's exhausting. You know, meanwhile, I'm over here eating the same thing every single day, feeling better than ever and somehow still getting side-eyed for eating a bowl of rice. Sometimes simple is the most rebellious thing you can do in nutrition. Let's talk about the whole insulin spike fear for a second, because that's just another myth that refuses to die. Insulin spikes aren't the enemy, they're literally how your body stores glycogen, builds muscle and burns fuel efficiently. You don't need to fear insulin, you just need to stop drowning everything in butter. For years I thought control was health. I'd restrict, overthink, overanalyze. I thought if I can just eat stricter, cleaner and simpler, then I'd finally fix everything. Turns out I was just chasing control and calling it discipline. When I finally let go of that mindset and focused on what was sustainable, that's when things clicked. For me, white rice became a symbol of that. letting go of perfection, stopping the chase for perfect food, just focusing on what actually felt good and what I could do every day. And it's funny, people always assume eating this way is boring, like I'm forcing it down out of punishment. But the truth is, it was boring at first, but now it's peaceful. I don't have to overthink my meals. I don't count macros or obsess over exact calories. I cook rice, add lentils, maybe a touch of tomato ketchup if I'm feeling fancy. And that's it. No oil, it's super low fat. I drink plenty of water. This high-carb, plant-based way of eating gave me calm. It's what I call structured simplicity. If you want to see how I eat, I've got a full what I eat in a day video. But honestly, it's not rocket science. I cook the rice, put it in a bowl or a plate, and then eat it. It's as simple as that, because that's what works for me. That's what I can repeat tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Here's the wild part. I'm eating close to 3,000 calories a day. Rice, fruits, orange juice, lentils, and I'm still dropping fat. No magic, no starvation, no carb cycling spreadsheet attached to my fridge. Just low fat, high carb consistency. If white rice was really as bad as people say, then I'd be in a coma by now. Instead, I'm down almost 30 pounds. I've got steady energy and my digestion is better than it's been in years. Apparently, nobody told my body it's supposed to panic over white rice. It's almost funny I used to fear this food, and now it's the literal foundation of my plant-based weight loss journey. Here's what I've learned through all this. The problem isn't carbs, it's confusion. We've been scared of the wrong things. We fear insulin but ignore the oils. We fear sugar but drink coffee all day and sleep 5 hours a night. We stress about the perfect macro split and then can't even stay consistent for 2 weeks. Health isn't about avoiding food, it's about finding rhythm. For me, white rice is my rhythm. It's simple, it's predictable, it's peace. It's not empty calories, it's consistent fuel. The kind that lets you think clearly, move better, and not constantly fight hunger. You know that's real, sustainable weight loss, not just dropping numbers on a scale, but building something that you can live with. I used to think being healthy meant restriction. Now I realise it means peace. It's about building a way of eating you can live with, not just one you endure until you snap and binge again. You know, you've got to listen to what actually feels good, not what sounds smart on a podcast. Eating white rice every day helped me let go of that constant anxiety around food. I stopped chasing the cleanest meal and started focusing on the most sustainable one. Sometimes simple wins. Sometimes white rice beats all the biohacks in the world. So yeah, eat your rice. White, fluffy, plain, whatever. Just keep your oil low and your consistency high, because that's what's leaning me out. Not fear, not restriction, not skipping carbs because of something I read on Google at 2 AM. If you're scared of white rice, ask yourself, where does that fear even come from? Was it from someone who's actually tried it long term? Or just another headline designed to make you doubt what's worked for millions of people around the world? Give it a try, see how your body responds. Let the results speak louder than someone's theory. Don't let online gurus convince you'll explode after one bowl, because from where I'm standing, white rice didn't break me, it fixed me. I'll see you in the next one.